Lesson 3, Database Options. Our server options, which are stored in the dsmserve.op file, which is in your default server directory, has information on your database options. You can set your active log directory, your active log size, your archive log directory, archive failover directory, and mirror log directory in this file. By changing the directory, you're just giving it a new name. The new name would be a new location. The active log size, you're going to change the log size value by increasing it once you have defined space for it to grow to. There's another database option called dbmem%. This is the percentage of memory dedicated to the database. By default, this is between 70 and 80%. You really won't need to use this unless you have more than one server instance. Then you need to split the memory, the available memory for the database, between the two instances. Data transfer options. You have server options that control your groups and transfer data. For example, you have move batch size, the number of files that are moved and grouped into a batch within a transaction. Your move size threshold, it's a threshold that's going to be the amount of data moved into a batch within the same server transaction. And then transaction group max, which we discussed earlier, is the number of files that are going to be grouped for a transaction. By default, move batch size is 1,000 files. Move size threshold is 4,096 megabytes, and transaction group max 4,096 objects. So you don't need to specify these values if you're going to use the default. Now that you've completed this unit, you can identify the purpose of the database and recovery logs, choose the location for your database and recovery logs, estimate your size, and increase the size of the database and recovery log. And you can now do the student exercises for Unit 7.